Daily choices we all make can have a direct effect on our air quality, especially now as West Virginia moves towards the peak of summer ozone season. The DEP's Brianna Hickman joins us now with some ways to increase your air quality IQ.
Thanks, Greg. In the Earth's upper atmosphere, ozone is a good thing. It protects us by absorbing harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Closer to the ground, high levels of ozone can have harmful health effects. Ozone season in West Virginia runs from the beginning of April through the end of October as increasing temperatures and longer days combine with emissions from vehicles, power plants, and fuel and solvent vapors to elevate ozone levels.
Well, it turns out that ozone is kind of an unusual pollutant in that it's not emitted directly from most processes. It's formed as a chemical reaction between nitrogen oxides, which are combustion products, and volatile organic compounds, which are things like gasoline, solvents, and those sorts of things. And in the presence of sunlight, and that's the driver here, they combine to form ground level ozone.
Breathing ozone can trigger a whole range of health problems including chest pain, coughing, throat irritation, and congestion. It can worsen bronchitis, emphysema, and asthma by reducing lung function and inflaming the lining of the lungs. Repeated exposure can permanently scar lung tissue. Ground level ozone is more of a problem in hot weather when the air tends to be stagnant, which is why, especially for sensitive individuals, it pays to pay attention to the air quality index.
Well, the main thing is to limit your outside activity. So on a high ozone day, and you can look on our website and it'll tell you what the air quality index is for that day. So if it's in the orange zone, then that's probably not a good day for you to be out jogging, biking, and doing outside activities where you're exerting yourself. It's probably not a good day to be, mowing your yard either, because not only are you breathing that higher concentration of ozone, but you're contributing to the problem by the emissions from your powered lawn equipment.
The DEP's Division of Air Quality is responsible for setting and enforcing air quality standards and rules reducing pollution from industrial sources, but residents can make a difference as well.
Well, anything that you can do that can reduce your combustion products, and that goes all the way back to your car and how much you're driving. So if you can avoid driving at all, that's a good thing. But most of us have things that we need to do, so if you can trip chain or carpool, that's very helpful. If it's a high ozone day, again, not using yard equipment like gas-powered leaf blowers, lawn mowers, and that sort of thing. Now, if you even the use of electricity, you're emitting not here at your local place, but you're causing your power plant having to step up and ramp up their emissions. And so the less footprint that you have, the less emissions that you emit, the lower the ozone concentrations will be, maybe not that day, but maybe the following day.
Ozone standards are set by the federal government, and according to the U.S. EPA, cars and trucks are responsible for about half of the nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds, the precursor chemicals that form ground-level ozone, that are emitted into the atmosphere. The rest come from industrial and commercial processes, utilities, commercial and residential fuel combustion, and consumer solvent use. You might think that high ozone levels and the smog that it creates is an urban problem only, but that's not the case.
All pollution really has three different components. You have a background level that's going to be there whether human beings are here or not. So there is a natural background level of ozone. Then you have your local contribution. And by local, I mean, within the maybe tens of miles. So like a citywide or countywide contribution, and that would be your local contribution. Then on top of that, you have pollutants and the precursors to the pollutants being blown in from as much as hundreds of miles away, and that adds a transport, what we call a transport component to the pollution. So you've got three different components to the local pollution that you may be exposed to.
And it's that transport component that sometimes causes ozone levels in the mountains of rural Greenbrier County to equal or even exceed those in Charleston, Huntington, or Wheeling. Ozone levels vary day by day, even hour by hour, and can be influenced by weather conditions. The state's ridge and valley terrain even plays a part.
You definitely have terrain impacts. You also have inversions that can cause problems, especially nighttime inversions can trap that pollution in there. You have a cold layer of air on top of a warmer layer kind of trapping it like a cap. And in those situations, the pollution just really doesn't have any place to go. So you don't have more pollution, it just doesn't have a chance to disperse like it normally would.
Each of us, nearly every day, contributes a little bit to air pollution, but the bottom line is that there are many ways we can, as individuals, reduce that impact and help us all breathe a little easier. For Environment Matters, I'm Brianna Hickman.
Thanks, Brianna. The DEP's Division of Air Quality measures ozone and other pollutants like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and fine particulate matter in several areas around the state and compiles the Air Quality Index, which calculates the levels of the various pollutants over the previous 24 hours. The index is color-coded and divided into 6 levels ranging from good through unhealthy to hazardous. For example, anything under 50 is considered good. 51 to 100 is moderate, which means acceptable for most people, but there may be a moderate health risk for people who are usually sensitive to air pollution. And 101 through 150, level orange that Fred Durham mentioned in the story, is unhealthy for sensitive groups like the very young, the elderly, and people with respiratory conditions like asthma. You can find the Daily Air Quality Index by checking out our website, dep.wv.gov, and clicking on the link found under the Air Quality section.